Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean.
What's going on, everybody? Phillies and Fightins post-game show here on the JAKIB Media YouTube channel, brought to you by the wonderful people of Quality Pools and Power Washing. Thanks for your patience. I appreciate it. The camera was working, and it was working for a while, and then it just fell apart. So now I'm just going to refer to my camera as NOLA. All right, I shouldn't do that. The Phillies won. I should be happy that the Phillies won the ball game. They did what they were supposed to do tonight. They now have a 1-1 series going on here before the rubber match tomorrow. So I should be happy that the Phillies won this game and not focus on, Aaron Nola imploding again, because that would be ridiculous. First off, let me just do this real quick. We did it. You and I. We did it. Congratulations. We somehow magically convinced Rob Thompson, even though he does his post-game press conference at the time of the show. He probably goes back on YouTube and watches it anyway. But we did it. We somehow convinced him that he needed to drop Nick Castellanos down in the order. So congratulations to you, because you're the ones that did it. I doubted you. That's right. Rob Thompson, I doubted him too, but I doubted you guys. I didn't think he'd do it. I thought he'd wait at least another week before he goes out there and decides to make a change and moves Nick Castellanos down. 2 weeks of struggling really bad, it's not going to make him change his mind. Well, evidently it did. And Nick Castellanos came up with 2 hits tonight. You love to see it. You love to see how he responded tonight. That was fantastic to see those 2 hits from Nick Castellanos, including helping the Phillies out, getting on the board in that second inning. That was a thing of beauty. First off, you see in that second inning, bottom of the second inning, JT Realmuto goes up there, gets a little single off the mitt of Hampson there at shortstop. So that starts the floodgates with 2 outs in this particular situation. So you have a runner on first base with 2 outs. Then Brandon Marr steps up there. He gets a single. Nick Castellanos delivers the boom, and he takes I think it was a changeup coming down and in that he swung over top of and put it in the left field corner. It caroms around. De La Cruz is running after it like nobody's business, didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, you get 2 runs crossing the plate. The Phillies are up 2-0, just like that. It all started with a little carom, a little hair, off the glove of Hampson. Thank you, Nick Castellanos. Thank you, JT Realmuto, and then Nick Castellanos delivering on that one with the 2-run double. Then you go in later in that inning. Kyle Schwarber steps to the plate. Now you got ducks on the pond, folks. You got ducks on the pond for Kyle Schwarber. He then puts in a 9-pitch at bat. Now let's just rewind for a second here in the first inning. You had an opportunity there with Kyle Schwarber in the leadoff situation again, where he just belted a ball down the right field line and it just hooked foul. So he almost had number 42 on the season right there. But you go into that second inning. You see Kyle Schwarber step up to the plate. He fights off 8 pitches. And then he takes an incredible he takes a fastball over the middle of the plate, and he just tattoos it to center field into the Phillies bullpen, 425 feet for a 3-run home run. Phillies go up 5-0, 42nd home run of the year. You see it right there for our man, Kyle Schwarber. What was most incredible, other than just the fact that the offense was great and 5 runs is great, Aaron Nola looked like he was dealing. He looked like he was dealing. Did he get you? Because he got me. Did he get you? He got me. Aaron Nola was on fire. He had given up 1 hit. Another one was reached base on an error, a throwing error by Trey Turner there at shortstop. And then you get done the 4th inning and everything's gravy. 1, 2, 3 innings. This is great. Oh, you got cruise control, Aaron Nola. You got a 5-run lead. What could go wrong? Well, funny, I didn't say it out loud. I didn't say it out loud because I don't really believe in jinxes, but I think it's part of my being, I guess. I was like, here's not gonna be a problem, not gonna be a problem. So you go into the 5th inning. Nola had only allowed 1 hit to that point, all right, going into the 5th inning. He strikes out Sanchez. Still looking on point, baby. Still looking like he's going to be ready to make things happen. Hampson gets the home run off him, puts it in the left field. Fastball, middle of the plate. Hampson just turned on it. Wasn't an awful pitch, just maybe didn't have enough life on it, and Hampson just turned, and the ball's gone. Left field. Then Edwards steps up, and he just misses. Okay, let me just back it. When Hampson hit the home run, my feeling when it was 5-1 was, well, come on, guys. Did you really think Aaron Nola was going to go and start not give up the long ball? I mean, come on. Let's be real here, okay? Let's not look at everything with Disney-colored glasses on. You know what I'm saying? So then Edwards steps up there, and he belts one to the right field wall. And I'm like, oh, my God, that's gone. Okay, off the top of the wall. But still, it was a fastball, middle of the plate, drifted into the middle of the plate. Again, no life on it, flat as could be, and belted. I swear I typed in, I keyboard gangstered, pull him. Pull Aaron Nola right now. 5-1 lead, runner on second base, 1 out. Pull him. Now, they had no one warming up, so they settle for the mound conference with Caleb Coughlin coming out there, the pitching coach. He comes out there, so how are you feeling? How does this make you feel? Pretty crappy. I feel like I'm about to load. He's trying to take me out. No, then we're going to leave you in. I don't know if that's what was said, but anyway. So, no, I'm looking at Aaron Nola. I'm like, please don't do the thing where you do the thing where you all of a sudden you suck. Don't do that thing. Don't do that thing. When you're really good and you're great, like you did in you had 2 starts, back-to-back, 7 innings, great baseball. Then you got shelled, and now you're back in that groove where hopefully everything's going to be great again. Edwards hits the double. They have the mound conference. It was another fastball, like I said. Stallings then comes up there, gets the RBI double. It's a 5-2 ball game now. Yee! Pull him! Arise gets up there. He gets the single. Bell goes up there with the RBI double to center field. It's a 5-3 ball game. And that's when they were done with Aaron Nola. Nola out. Hoffman in. Hoffman gives up a sac fly RBI to left field. They end up scoring another run on that. Obviously, it's a 5-4 ball game, and then they're able to get out of the jam after that. Nerve-wracking, because now I'm thinking now they're going to implode. The bullpen has not exactly been good lately, but sure enough, the bullpen held their own. Other than that sac fly RBI, which was, by the way, charged to Aaron Nola, not Jeff Hoffman. Other than that, the bullpen was great. The bullpen tonight was fantastic. I love the bullpen tonight. Bullpen most other nights, not so much. Tonight, love the bullpen. Needed to come in and calm the storm. Hoffman came in, calm the storm. Soto came in, calm the storm. Alvarado, calm the storm. Craig Kimbrell, calm the storm. 4 2/3 from your bullpen tonight after your starting pitcher only goes 4 1/3 for Aaron Nola, surrendering those 4 runs on 7 hits, striking out 6, and did give up the home run. 84 pitches by Aaron Nola tonight. 84 pitches. Now, obviously, at 4 1/3, he wasn't able to pick up the win, so the win goes to Jeff Hoffman. Good for him. He's 4-2 on the season. Make of that what you will. But hat tip to the bullpen tonight. Hat tip to Nick Castellanos for his 2 hits, and ginormous hat tips to Kyle Schwarber, who stayed red smoking hot at the plate tonight with his 42nd home run, a 3-run bomb in that second inning, and then Brandon Marsh mashing. Now, it might not be in the form of a home run per se, but it is still pretty impressive to see what a guy like Brandon Marsh has done over the recent stretch of the season. It has been absolutely fantastic what you have seen from Aaron Nola. Now, getting these numbers from our friend Corey Simon, NBC Sports Philadelphia. Brandon Marsh now hitting .345 with a .439 on base percentage in his last 50 games. That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And I know we were all talking about what an incredible August everybody was having. Oh, my God, so amazing, especially the second week of August. And all of a sudden, Brandon Marsh comes back. He's hitting the cover off the ball. He's hitting the ball into the gaps. He's doing a great job. He's getting on base. He's driving in runs. And all that's great. I didn't realize it was to the tune over the last 50 games to the tune of .345 with a .439 on base percentage for Brandon Marsh. You keep raking, son. And look, there have been plenty of games, so many different games that we looked at this year with the Phillies where they just weren't able to get that big hit. They put runners in scoring position plenty of times, and they just weren't able to go up there and get the big hit. Well, Brandon Marsh stepped up there tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in an inning where you needed some runs, especially after you just gave up. Aaron Nola gave up 4 runs in the top half of the inning. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate, bases loaded, 2 outs, and Marsh says, I got you. And he delivers that baseball into the outfield for a double, put it right in the gap. You get a 3-run double. Everybody scores. You get another 3 runs across the plate. You go up 8-4. And then from that point on, slam, bullpen, slam the door. Fantastic. Love seeing that from the Phillies tonight. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. Now with Chicago Cubs losing earlier in the day in 10 innings. Oh, heartbreaking fashion. That's a shame. Oh, let us all cry for the Chicago Cubbies. And the friendly confines. Oh, goodness gracious. The Phillies right now, as it stands, looking at the wild card standings, ahead of their 105 start time tomorrow afternoon, the Phillies right now will go into tomorrow 4 games up on the rest. 4 games up in the wild card, 3 games up now on the Chicago Cubs. So the Phillies are at +4, the Cubs are +1. Arizona Diamondbacks right now occupy that third and final wild card spot, with the Marlins taking it on the chin tonight. They're now a game and a half out of a wild card spot. The Reds are 2.5 games out. As of right now, the San Francisco Giants are 3 out, and then it's just a pitfall after that. It's the San Diego Padres at 7.5 games out. And in case you were wondering, just for funsies, the Mets are now 10 games out. That's always fun to point out. The Mets are they really suck. All right, so now we have all the fun in the world. We talked about all the good stuff. We talked about Brandon Marsh smashing, right? Talked about Kyle Schwarber with his 42nd home run. We talked about all this great. Nick Castellanos getting a couple of hits, right? And all this is great stuff. So Aaron Nola, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Now, folks, if you've been watching me all year long while we've been doing this Fightins postgame show here on JAKIB Media, you might know that I'm a bit of a sucker. Okay. I like to believe. Anyone that wears that laundry that I root for, that Phillies jersey, I just go, aha, that's the guy. And Aaron Nola, I have died on Aaron Nola Hill many a times, okay? This year, indefensible. Indefensible. Look, if you go through his year, and you've heard me do the spiel before, most likely, it's like a good year, bad year, good year, bad year, good, Cy Young year, bad year, Cy Young, bad year. And then he just kind of fluctuates and does that whole thing, and it drives you crazy. Like last year was a really good year. This year sucks. This year sucks. Sucks. And I'm watching him have this amazing control. Knuckle curve dropping in like nobody's business. Fastball flying around with a lot of life on it. I am watching these pitches come from Aaron Nola. Change-ups guys are swinging over top of. Oh, thing of beauty. Sinker, dropping in. No problem. Good to go. A little two-seam action on it. Lovely. Just lovely. And then I swear, when I went for keyboard gangster and was like, pull him, I was like, no, don't be reactionary. Don't be reactionary. And I'm like, no, they should probably pull him. Nobody's up right now, but they should pull his ass. They can get him out now. And it was that knuckle drop, that knuckle curve that just was like, it's got that sharp break to it when it's good. I mean, this isn't rocket science. It's got that sharp break to it when it's good, and it's got that loft to it when it's bad. Just loft to it. That's just like, hit me. And then it goes out. Then the fastball. Then that goes out the window. And the home run to Hampson, the double off the top of the wall in right field to Edwards, those were fastballs that were just flat going into the kill zone there, the strike zone. And from that point on, it was just really worrisome. And even to start out the inning with the strikeout on Sanchez, he looked good. And then that fastball just did not look. And I don't think necessarily that Hampson pitch, he did a good job of going out and getting in and jumping on it. That was a good job, but it still didn't look like it had any. It didn't no movement, no life. And I don't think the Phillies even know. I don't think Aaron Nola even knows. I at least give him credit for when he has been terrible this year, and the often times that he's been terrible, most of the time that he's been terrible. So this year, for the most part, he's been very honest. I just don't have it. I've been bad out there. I don't have the pitch. It's just it goes. I don't know where it goes, but whatever the case may be, it's just not. It's not Aaron Nola's year. And the Phillies now 4 games up in that wild card spot. Phillies are a playoff team. It's not even a question of that anymore. You know what it's a question of? It's whether or not they're going to be hosting playoff games to open up that first round of the playoffs in the wild card standings. I would very much like the Phillies to have the, 4 hours of hell? We're now with the pitch clock, 3 hours of hell. I would very much like to see that. At Citizens Bank Park, for every ounce of advantage that it could be. Aaron Nola is not helping the cause right now. Your lineup has to be the saving grace. Your lineup has to be the consistent saving grace going forward, and I certainly hope that they're up to that task. Now, tomorrow, it's a 1:05 start time for the Phils. Ranger Suarez will be back on the bump for the Phillies, so you have the lefty going. I don't think it's been announced yet who the Marlins are throwing out there, but if I see it, I'll give it to you guys coming up in a little bit. But in all honesty, how do you trust Aaron Nola in the playoffs right now? And don't give me the, well, you have to. I'm like, do I? Maybe it'll be a reverse. Maybe he'll be great in the playoffs and mediocre in the regular season and great in the playoffs. All I know is I remember catching so much crap years ago in 2009 when Cole Hamels was really terrible at pitching. 2008, unbelievable. NLCS MVP, World Series MVP. We all know the history of Cole Hamels, even for those that weren't around at the time. You know how great he was. In 2009, he was crap. He was horrible. And everyone told me, you just wait for the playoffs. You just wait for the playoffs. He flips a switch. I'm like, really? That guy? I'm going to flip a switch. I don't think he's going to flip a switch. So Aaron Nola, it reminds me of this, where it's like people might tell you, like, well, hopefully in the playoffs you flip a switch. Yeah. When has Nola ever had that switch? The only switch I see from Aaron Nola is off. And that's what you saw in the fifth inning. It's off. It's never like flipped on and it's like, oh my God, it's incredible. Like he will have those month stretches like he did last year, pretty much through all the month of June, the entire month of June, where it was like every start was 7 innings at least and no more than 2 runs. That's great. That's a switch. That's a high. That's turbo. But he's on. Like last year, for the most part, all of last year, he was on. He'll hit turbo mode. He'll have the cheat codes all of a sudden, and it'll be incredible. But that's so few and far between. And then this year, it's just been flatline. Oh, it's a good start. Then flatline. Oh, it's a good start. Then flatline. I don't think Aaron Nola has it in him to all of a sudden hit a groove in the postseason to where he is just incredible, especially if we're talking about fatigue. Especially if we're talking about so many innings last year, so many games last year, including the playoffs. And now all of a sudden towards the tail end of this season, he's going to turn it on. I don't think anybody is thinking that. But I just have to get it out there for someone who has been rose-colored glasses when it comes to this team. And it comes to Aaron Nola. This year, I wholeheartedly admit, oh my God, he doesn't have it. Like, there's no disputing it. There's no argument for it. There's no case to be made of positivity. Well, maybe he'll. No. So it's not even a worry. It's just I don't want to see it. Like, are you concerned about Aaron Nola in the playoffs? Yeah, no, I'm not even concerned about Aaron Nola in the playoffs. I'm concerned about how the Phillies are going to pitch Aaron Nola in the playoffs. Like, that's what's concerning to me. Because right now, you're going to have Zach Wheeler go, who hasn't been exactly a bastion of consistency this year. But he's certainly your best option to go number 1. Then you could go Taijuan Walker. Then Ranger Suarez has got to work out whatever he's got to work out. Then you're not going to be using Christopher Sanchez in that role. Michael Lorenzen, obviously, maybe a knock on his door, but he hasn't been better. He hasn't been any better either. Maybe Lorenzen with an opportunity to go to a World Series, maybe that adrenaline kicks in and he shakes off whatever might be bothering him versus his no-hitter. I don't know. Now, that's rose-colored glasses. But I believe in that more than I believe in all of a sudden Aaron Nola being like, I'm great now. Hello, everyone. I'm Cy Young contention Aaron Nola again. Anyway, yeah, I don't think most people are looking for that because most people are smart people. What the hell is going on here? There we go. Let's get to the chat and see how you wonderful people are doing on this fine evening. The Mets do suck. Thank you. Nola absolutely stinks. Thank you, John Messina. Rob all right, stop. Farzy says re-sign Nola 5 years, 130. Not a bad deal. That's bargain shopping in baseball. He's all in on the Fightins for the future. I am all in on the Fightins for the future. Why would I not be? They got ownership that'll spend. They got young guys that can play. Why would I not be? Andrew Payne. You just wait till Andrew Painter gets up here. Kath, what's up? I don't know about the pitching staff. Need more than Wheeler to depend on. I concur, Kath. Absolutely. Tyler Bulch, Gregory Soto, Al Power, Josh Bell tonight. Just struck him out. That was great. Soto looked. I don't know the best way. The best thing that comes to mind. This Soto looked cool, man. That's such a homer way to say it. He just looked cool. He just looked like I got this. What did he end up doing in terms of his pitches there, Soto? 13 pitches, 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Yeah, on Bell. By the way, I'm such an idiot. I always look at Josh Bell and I go, oh, that's right. He's a switch hitter. I'm a big dumb idiot, folks. Crazy. All it takes is a blue pit and Nola mentally collapses. I mean, not for nothing. The home run was a legit home run. And then the other one was tattooed off the wall. And then he gives him another double. Like, I didn't look at it tonight as if it was the blue pit and he fell apart. But if you're saying that metaphorically, like things hit the fan and all of a sudden you can't settle it down, then yeah, I agree with that, Crazy. Kath, what's going on? Greg Benson, Rob with another great demotion. I'm going to try it with my employees once I get some. There you go, Greg. Good luck to you in your future business. Let me know if you want to advertise. All right. I almost faded that Casty took a walk. How many pitches? I meant to look at how many pitches that at bat was for Nick Castellanos. Usually I nerd it up enough to the point where I do look at it in terms of how many pitches. Like, for instance, the 9-pitch at bat that you had with Kyle Schwarber in this one. That's not what I want. But anyway, hey, worth noting. Okay, so part of that 5th inning, if you remember, Stott got hit in the ribs. That looked insanely painful. Insanely. Getting that pitch inside, sinker, 94 miles an hour off the left set of the ribs there. That was no bueno. I could have gone without seeing that, and I'm sure Stott could have gone without actually getting hit there. But that was certainly a rough one. Castellanos single. Castellanos fouled out. Castellanos walked. A 6-pitch walk for Nick Castellanos. How about that? He went 0-2, and then he took 4 pitches. What? Laid off a cutter low, laid off a changeup low, laid off another cutter low. Wow. Look at you, Nick Castellanos. JAKIB Sports saying tech problems on my end. Farzetta. Oh, Babs! What's up, Babs? Hi, Farzy. Don't care how good or bad Nola does for the rest of the season. I don't want him on the team moving forward, and I'll see you on Eagles postgame tomorrow. I know I'll be on pregame tomorrow. So, yeah, don't miss that. Or postgame, even if I'm not on. Professor Dutch, no rain out, no McCarthy or Crucker. Or the return of Mack and what? Schwarbaum the way freaking be with runners on. What a treat. Professor Dutch, you're the man. Hope Stotty Two Hotties ribs are okay. What a goober of a pitch. Wow, a goober. That is excellent. Professor Dutch, excellent use of the word goober. Casty? Yeah. Tyler Bullet, 78-63. You damn right. Let's go. Pirates are beating the Braves 7-3. Don't call it a comeback, Tyler. Thank you. Diamondbacks sweeping the Cubs tomorrow. Let's do it. What happened to the Chicago Cubs? They're falling apart. Mullet, Petition Alvarado. Sorry, that was a selfish Harry Carey impression of Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey. Don't you see Nola that pissed off? What? I didn't see it. What, Mullet, was he pissed off at the dog? I didn't see him. If that happened, maybe I was nerding up and all of a sudden writing a dorky note, but he was pissed in the dugout. Yeah, you don't see Aaron Nola pissed off a lot. You hardly ever see Aaron Nola pissed off. Still have faith in Aaron, says Crazy. Well, it's not just a clever name. Do trust him. The bigger the game, the more he steps up. I have to live with that and think it's still true. Crazy, good for you. You live it up to your name. Wheeler and Ranger. There you go, Joseph Lopez. Nola says in an interview that it's not mental. Okay. Farzy can't bench the bar. Farzy, you're breaking the bar out for Monday's doubleheader. So Monday's doubleheader. There's a little trick to it. We have an event at JAKIB Media that I got to be at. So I don't know if I might be with you guys after the last game of the doubleheader. I don't know if I'll be with you after the first game, but by golly, I'm going to be here for you in some capacity. But stay tuned. Follow me on the old X, the old, the platform formerly known as Twitter. Thompson said that, not me. Wait, said what? Postgame. Crazy. Where the hell you at? Oh, Thompson. Okay. All right. Hold on. Reverse. Crazy. Quoting Rob Thompson. I still have a lot of faith in Aaron Nola. I really do trust him. The bigger the game, the more he steps up. I have to live with that and think it's still true. What the hell? I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to. I don't even. I don't even. I don't even want to. I can't even. I can't even. Hey, I don't know what to say to that. Look, what more do you need? What more do you need to know? This has been an abysmal year for Aaron Nola. Let me break it down for you. I want to make sure I have all the numbers right here. But look, we all know how bad it's been. Okay, he now has a 4.64 ERA on the season. 4.64 ERA. Let me write that down. 4.64. Okay. All right. So then going through his entire career, Aaron Nola, the only season that he's had a worse ERA than 4.64 is his first full season in the major. Not even his first full season. He only had 20 starts. But in 2016, he had a 4.78 ERA in 20 starts. This year, he's got 29 starts. He got a 4.64 ERA. Compare that to last year, 3.25. Now, remember what I was saying about the fluctuating years? So he had a couple of years in a row there where he actually looked like a guy that could be a stud. 2018, 2.37 ERA. That's pretty damn good. Then it went up almost a full run there, more than a full run in 2019. Then it was 2.28, then 4.63 in 2021. And then, oh my goodness gracious, very good again, 3.25 last year. And then this year up to 4.64. It's his worst ERA, if that stands, since his second year in the league. You mean to tell me you have confidence in that? I don't have confidence in that. Holy Stromboli. All right. His whip is at 116 right now. Last year it was below 1. It was 0.96. 113, 108, 127, 0.09. Damn, man. This is just hard. And the home runs, man. I mean, the bottom line is the home runs. The home runs is what absolutely kills you about Aaron Nola. Jeez. 31 home runs this season, assuming that's updated. 31 home runs, 19 last year, 20. Jeez. That is just horrifying. And you want to have confidence in that? How do you have confidence in that? Look, I understand. Like, if that's the exact quote, including the end of that crazy, where Rob Thompson said, I still have to believe that's true. Oh, that's a Hail Mary of desperation. That's a very desperate Hail Mary to say whether or not you have confidence in your starting pitcher, which means you don't have confidence. I still have to believe that. Oh, do you? So you're trying to convince yourself that that's the case because you're a better man than I, because I'm out. I'm out. I mean, look, we can say that we hope that that's the case, that we have to believe. But, like, we're all being real with ourselves. That's just not Aaron Nola this year. Maybe next year it is, and then the year after it's not, and then it is, and then it's not. But all we're concerned about is the next what? Including the playoffs, including the regular season, the next what? 7 starts Aaron Nola has to make? This is horrifying. Think he's going to get the ball on day 2 in a playoff series? You feel good about that? I don't feel good about that. One last check of the chat. Babs, Thompson gets paid to say that nonsense in the real world. We know that Nola is awful. Phillies score a bunch every time he pitches and save him from losses. Hey, you're not wrong. Magic number for the Phillies is 16. That's nice. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasure as always. Okay. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are great as per usual. All right. Now, here's the deal. Tomorrow, we got a Phillies game. I'll keep you posted. Or excuse me, we have a Phillies game at 1:05, and then we have an Eagles game at 4:25. I'm going to do whatever I can to be with you guys after the Phillies, but I'll keep you posted because it's going to bleed right into that Eagles game most likely. But yeah, looking forward to being on with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully talking Phils, also obviously talking Eagles from Ocean Casino as well. So stay tuned for the schedule tomorrow. We'll keep you guys abreast as to what we're going to be doing as far as our Phillies and Eagles coverage, that's for sure. Xander Krause produced the program, did a wonderful job as per usual. My name is Marc Farzetta. This is the Fightins Postgame Show brought to you by Colony Pools and Power Washing. Win and save throughout the baseball season with our friends from Colony Pools and Power Washing. Let the experts get rid of that ugly green algae and mold off your roof, off your siding, and off your deck. They service Delaware, Delco, and Chester counties. Give them a call right now at 302-762-2250. That's 302-762-2250. Catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.
Go passionately. Go fearlessly. Go confidently.
Go Birds!
Go confidently towards your goals with First Trust, Philly's hometown bank for nearly 90 years and the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. We're focused on getting you over the goal line. So go with conviction. Go with trust.
Go Birds!
And go forward with us by your side. First Trust Bank, the official bank of Philadelphia dreams. Oh, and go Birds.
The greatest fans on earth. It's a bold statement, but would you expect anything less from Philadelphia? 58 years of heartache creates a toughness, a grit, a resolve not found in most. Sure, our prayers were answered, but now that we've had a taste, we're looking for more. Pondley Hockey, official partner of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
EAGLES.